Hey everybody, Carolina Gun Guy here. Today I'm going to take a look at my IFAK and I'll show you what I keep in mind. So what is an IFAK? Well, an IFAK is an individual first aid kit. It's a concept that originated in the military. Instead of having a dedicated medic to tend to everyone's needs, everyone carries their own little individual first aid kit and they can tend to themselves or others if needed. I use this bag here for mine. It's a bag I got off of Amazon. It's got the MOLLE on the front and the back and got the Velcro up here. I really should have a first aid patch here. I don't have one yet. I'm going to get one and put it on there though. But this bag right now, I checked, is $15.29 on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description in case you want to get it. I don't get any kind of affiliate pay or anything from that. It's just a cool little bag, and I like it. So the bag does have the double zipper on top. A lot of people like that because then you can, if case one breaks, you can still get the other half open. And it's a lot easier to open like that versus trying to go all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up and show you a few things that I have inside of it. First, I have a couple things here I'm going to take out, and I'll get to these things later. But what I've done with my bag is I basically want to use it for both everyday cuts and scrapes for my kids. I got 3 little kids, and they get cuts and scrapes, and I want to have it available to handle some bigger things as well. So what I've done is I have this little pouch right here. It comes with this thing in the middle. It's a Velcro tearaway thing. And this is the everyday little pouch that is going to be used a lot with the kids. I have right here some antibiotic cream and pain relief, some Neosporin type stuff, a Sharpie, which I'll get to later, a pair of tweezers in case you have splinters. Then you open it up, and it's the nuts and bolts of it. There's a nice pair of vinyl gloves in there, and a bunch of little things here. A little cleansing towelette, prep pad, stain relief, and then bandages of different sizes I have here, including these big ones, which I actually like these big ones from Walmart, the Equate ones. They are actually really strong and they stay well. So that's kind of what I have in this little pouch here, and this is going to be 90% of what you need when you have little kids and you're using first aid stuff on a daily basis. Now delving further into the bag, I carry a bottle of ibuprofen right here. Then I have a couple of gauze sponges of different sizes on this side. Flip it around, and right here I have a triangular bandage which has 2 safety pins in it. The safety pins can come in handy for several different things. You can use them as a sterilized needle if you need to, if you heat them up with a lighter. So they're in there for just in case you need a sling, or the pins can be used for other things as well. A couple packs of hemostatic agent, bleed stop, in case you need to stop a wound that won't stop bleeding. You shove this in there. It's just powder. You put it on there, and then you can use the a pressure bandage on top of that. And then I have some more little prep pads in here. Just keep them there also. Over on this side, I have another pair of gloves, a pair of scissors in case you need to cut anything. Non-adherent pads, I have a couple of those. These are great for burns. You don't want these sticking to your burn wounds. Then some more gauze sponges over here. And then I have a little tiny thing of medical tape right here. And in the back pouch, I have a couple more combine pads and gauze sponges, just some bigger stuff. One thing I don't have right now that I do need to get, and I recognize I need to get, I should have gotten it before I did this video, but it's going to go in this back pouch as well, is a chest seal, or a vented chest seal. Great if you have a wound, an open cavity that you don't normally want to have in your chest. Chest seal can go on and prevent your lungs from collapsing. A vented chest seal will allow air to escape but not allow new air to come in. So that's one more addition I'm going to have to get to my little IFAK here, and it will go in this pocket right here. Now back to those first 2 items I took out of the bag. This is an Israeli bandage. This is a bandage that can, it's a trauma wound dressing, it says right there. It's a hemorrhage control bandage. It can put pressure. The way you use it is you wrap it around the wound, and then it can put up to, I think, 30 pounds of pressure on a wound, so you don't have to keep the pressure on the wound itself. It has a clip that you wrap around, you clip, and then you go the other way as you're pulling, so you can keep pressure on a wound. And this is a great thing to have in any kind of first aid kit right here. The other thing is a tourniquet. This is the CAT tourniquet, the Combat Application Tourniquet, CAT. And this is a must-have for any kind of first aid kit, any kind of IFAK kit that you have, because if you ever have a wound, an extremity wound that just won't stop bleeding, you need to get that cut off. Otherwise, you can lose way too much blood and you can't come back from a bleeding wound. I think something like 65% of preventable deaths on the battlefield, at least, are due to blood loss. So having a cat tourniquet on you can help you in lots of situations, especially for gunshot wounds or major wounds where you got to stop the bleeding quickly. And I forgot to mention, having the tourniquet is where the Sharpie comes in, because whenever you put a tourniquet on, you definitely want to mark the time. You mark the time when you're done, because you need to have a tourniquet off within about 2 hours. So you mark the exact time so that anyone who's taking over care after you will know what time that tourniquet was put on. So that's it for my IFAK. Like I said, I'm going to add the chest seal to it. You can hem and haw over things that should or shouldn't be in it all day long, but at the end of the day, it comes down to what you think you need for your own preferences. Mine, like I said, it's pretty packed full. Once I close this up, it's kind of tight. There's not a whole lot more I can put in there, but I'm happy with what I have in there. I'm comfortable with it. Guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you found anything useful in this video, please give it a like or a subscription if you want to. I'll see you next time, and God bless.